Jet. How are you?
Good morning. We're early.
We're a little bit early. We can only see heads. Let me see if I can adjust this guy. Whoa.
That's good.
That's much better. Look at that. Look at that. So we've decided to kind of turn these a little bit more into podcasts where we have a specific topic that we're going to talk about maybe the first 20 minutes, and then we can just go on with just chitty chats and whatever from that point on. So I'm not even sure if any of this has gone live yet. I think that's why the other day we were ahead here than what you were on yours, because I started early.
Yeah.
But they don't get it until it's actually 10 o'clock.
Hello from Georgia.
Hello, Georgia. Hi, Debbie.
Hi, Sue.
Hi, Sue. Good morning. How are you?
So good to see you all.
We have we got a little bit of snow and rain yesterday, but it's cloudy today, but still high 30s, so that's going to be nice here. Hello, Vicky. Good morning.
Hi, Vicky.
Hey, Brenda.
How is everybody? I'm not showing up for Brenda yet.
So I started. Good
there's
morning,
Brenda.
Hi. So we've I think maybe you've already heard this part. So this is the hard part because I'm watching the live, and her phone, which she can read, it stays longer where she can read the comments better. Good morning, Kathy. Good morning, Skytho.
That's Sue.
Sue. Good morning, Sue from Florida.
Hi, Florida.
Orange, Texas.
Strike.
Wait. Strike from
You're
Orange,
new.
Texas. Good morning.
I don't remember
Welcome.
seeing you on here.
I don't think. Have you just not commented, or is this your
Welcome.
first
Welcome.
video? I love getting these chats every day. Vicky, we enjoy it so much.
Yes.
We really, really enjoy it. I was hoping to be able to shift them over to the other channel so that we could get our good morning, Heather, so that we can get
Hi, Rebecca.
our
Morning, Cindy.
good morning, Cindy, our hours up on the other channel, because you have to have 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 viewing hours in order to get monetized. But we cannot do lives on our other channels until we have 1,000 subscribers. On the phone, you can do it through the computer, but you can't do it on the phone. So
Yeah, it's
we're going to see if we can figure something out, but most likely we're just going to keep doing them on this channel for now.
Sue says we're looking like we are feeling better.
We are, and makeup is a wonderful thing.
Not me. I'm not wearing makeup, so don't be fooled.
She has no makeup on. She's just naturally beautiful.
To be young.
To be young. Oh, I remember that. But yeah, so today's video that went out, we recorded last week. So
Hi, Jean from Florida.
hey, Mary. Good morning.
Mary.
Good morning, Jean. Watch all the time, Cindy. We love you. Thank you so much. Charlene, good morning from Michigan. How are you guys surviving over there? Is it super cold? You getting snow, all that stuff? I haven't. So normally I'm a weather channel junkie, and I've not been watching the weather channel because we're here and I would have to watch it on my phone.
Cindy, it says Jean from Florida. Does that mean you're Cindy or you're Jean?
Right.
Which one do you prefer?
Beautiful day in the neighborhood. Exactly. Good morning, Osa.
Hi, Osa.
From Sweden.
Oh, that's amazing.
You should send us pictures of Sweden.
Yes.
I-
We'll come visit.
From Longview, Texas.
Hi, Carl.
Drinking coffee. Good morning, Cynthia.
New York.
New York. Good morning, Carl.
Awesome.
Priscilla. Hi, hon. How are you?
Hi, Priscilla.
So glad you made it.
Okay.
So we decided, good morning, Ajit.
Hi, Ajit.
We've decided to kind of make this a podcast. So a lot of the bigger channels are doing podcasts, and this just kind of fell in with what some of the other channels are doing. So we've decided to make topics that we're going to talk about at least the first 20 or 30 minutes, and then we'll just kind of ramble for the next 30 minutes. We're going to keep them at an hour long.
We're good at rambling.
Because, yeah, I have the gift of gab.
Charlene says it is super cold in Michigan, teens and single digits.
Do you get a lot of wind there? Is Michigan windy? Like, we have a lot of wind up here on this hill. It's noon in Iowa, but it's always a good time for coffee. Vicky, yes.
I agree.
You and Kim are soul sisters.
Yes. I'm Jean using a friend's account.
Okay.
Well, welcome, Jean.
Welcome.
Hi, Dean.
I'm drinking flavored water this morning.
I'm drinking an energy drink.
All right.
So our morning chat is tattoos, which apparently I spelled wrong. So I have to go in and change it. 65 in North Florida. Good morning, Nancy.
I just got back from Florida 6 months ago. That I was living there for a couple of years, and yeah, the temp 65 was cold when I lived there in the winter,
And I would laugh. Cynthia, yes, honey.
Oh,
We did.
girl.
And we cried. There were tears, and
Yes.
that was
we have an email coming up,
so sweet.
right?
I tried to cry. It's not that I wasn't grateful. I was really super excited. And I was like, oh.
Autistic people do not feel feelings, so Kira doesn't understand when we get emotional about things.
But we so appreciate you, honey.
And like, and
Yes.
I explained it to me. I was like, oh, and I still couldn't cry. I'm sorry. I know I was very touching. I was like,
Debbie, 60 in Georgia. It's actually cold and windy here today in Vegas, really.
Ruby, good morning.
Good morning, Ruby. Okay, so Charlene, you said something about Lake Michigan. I lived in Michigan City, Indiana, right after I got out of the service. And I forgot about this the other day when we were talking about places we live. It was really, really cold.
Oh, good.
Yay. Freezing rain, gale winds, and then snow for Wednesday in Michigan City. What was that? Michigan City? Was it Michigan City?
Lake Michigan.
Lake Michigan.
For winds. Our forecast is freezing rain, gale winds, and then snow for Wednesday.
Nancy, 30 in Colorado, 60 in Tennessee.
Sue,
Mary,
71 in Florida.
71 in Central Florida.
Well, we are sitting in the truck at 34 degrees, and it's not bad.
Which is better because it was 19 the other day when we were
It's not
sitting
bad.
here in the truck.
We've acclimated.
We have. She has not.
I'm trying, okay? It is hard. It is so cold.
80 just seems so hot to me, Cindy.
Oh, that's Jean.
Jean.
I'll
28 in Iowa. 80
is hot.
seems so hot. Like,
That's insane.
yeah, that seems super warm to me.
But
It's
you
my
get
brother.
acclimated to
Ooh,
it.
Marianne, 138 subs over there on our other channel.
Nice.
We're getting there. We're getting there.
Nice.
So one of the things that we wanted to talk about, because it's been asked, I get this email quite a bit from other people starting YouTube channels, but I don't think, hey, Tiffany,
Hi, Tiffany.
good morning. I don't think it just applies to doing YouTube. I think we've kind of all talked, as far as you guys, and we've shared stuff about depression and getting motivated and how do we do it and all of those things. And
I'm adjusting. Sorry, guys.
so we decided to talk about that. No humidity, Cindy, that's 80. Yeah, 80 without humidity wouldn't be
Isn't
bad.
bad.
And a
Yeah.
nice light breeze would be beautiful.
Well, Florida always has tons of humidity.
Tiffany, we did. Kim was saying that she got a super late reminder, and I'm trying to figure out how to notify people that it's coming before it's. I don't know how you schedule it on there. When I schedule it and I put the time, I do it the day before, and I wish it would come up the day before so that people could start waiting and whatever. And I don't know how to do that, so I'm gonna try to learn how to do that today.
Okay, so something I find a little funny is when she was coming over to visit in Omak, where I used to live, it would be so hot, and there wasn't any humidity, but nice slight breeze. The only problem,
Super dry heat.
super dry heat. But the weather for Omak is pretty nice. The only problem with Omak is there's not very many pretty trees.
There's no trees. It's desert.
Yeah.
And it's ridiculously hot.
I
I get a note to set a reminder. Rebecca, how early do you get that note? 30-minute reminder and then another one when it started today. Okay.
That's Sue. Okay.
I would really like to see it go out when I put it out.
Yeah. I would like 2 reminders personally
Yeah.
for me, but
Day prior. Rebecca, so
Yes.
you got yours. I wonder what that's about. You did that on this, but the last reminder didn't happen for me. Strange.
that's what happened with me.
That's really weird.
If I had to guess, it's probably something to do with the app on the person's phone because I got the
No,
reminder
because it
from
was,
her.
but I didn't, and
Hmm.
she didn't, and I haven't changed anything.
Yeah.
Well,
that's
like
strange.
I'm saying, like there could have been like a little glitch or something.
No,
Maybe.
There could be.
So, like some will get it, some won't. Because there'll be times I don't get it, and I'll be like, I'm still sitting in bed waiting for like the 7 o'clock video, and it's like, there's no
Okay,
video.
so Heather got the reminder last night. So
Nice.
last night is when I put it out
Yeah.
that it was happening. But then I've had people in today's video.
I need to double check my
It's
notifications.
definitely a YouTube problem, not you guys. Okay,
Okay.
Tiffany, thank you.
We're
Because
not tech savvy.
we're not, and I had a couple of people ask in today's video down in the comments whether or not we were doing this live. So I was like, wait, I put it out there.
I didn't even have a thing showing there was going to be a live. I was like,
no,
what's
till
going
15 minutes
Yeah.
before we did it. Brenda did
Yep.
not get the notice you were going live unless you looked it up.
on? And it wasn't on her feed. That's what happened to me, Brenda. Mary, I'm obsessed. I know last night you're going live, and I watched my phone every hour, maybe every minute till you came on. Oh, bless you. You're so cute.
You're so sweet. So I do think definitely we're going to keep this 10 o'clock. We really like this time. It gives us the morning to do the things. And then, so Sue had a notice on her on your main page.
30 minutes.
30 minutes. Okay. So I don't know if there's something that as subscribers.
Carl's saying people need to hit their bell and click all.
Okay, hit the bell, click all, and then you'll get
Thanks,
it
Carl.
immediate. Thank you, Carl. So yeah, I think we're going to talk about the motivation, what we do to stay motivated to do this, because this is a full-time job and a part-time job all together to do the channels. I don't know. I got to give kudos to people who have small children and do this.
Wow. I tell you.
That being said, most of them have
A partner.
a husband or whatever, and can do husband or wife, and can do one person takes care of the kids or whatever. I don't think as a single parent, because I was a single parent the whole time, that I would have been able to do this to this extent. I could definitely put out 1 or 2 videos a week, but definitely not dailies.
Real quick.
Vicky mentioned the other channel and wanted to know the name of it. That is 'Cause We Can Farm to Table. So it's spelled all the same. Thank you, Rebecca. Thanks, sweetie. Appreciate that, you guys. Everybody's a moderator. I love it. Everybody's got our back. It's helping us out. Each one of the videos take a minimum of 6 hours to edit. So every single video takes about 6 hours to edit.
That one's a YouTube problem.
That was one of the things that I had a problem with motivating myself to get out of bed, to sit down and edit. Marianne, that's all you got was a 15-minute reminder. Yeah, you have to check, Carl. You have to check. It's talking about the bell notification. I've actually had a few people that I've been subscribed to that I've been unsubscribed, or just the bell notification has been undone. And we dropped another 20 subscribers here recently. So,
And it's not because they don't like us. I mean, look, we're funny.
I mean, really?
They're funny. I'm questionable.
Yeah,
Rebecca.
it really is. It's now I do have to say I love editing. I love it. I love rewatching the day. We will laugh. We laugh at ourselves all the time.
I look forward to the editing,
Yeah.
but I'm having technical issues with mine, so that's why mine's not out yet.
Yeah, and for hers, thank you, Heather. For hers, she has the iPhone and the Mac, and I have an Android and a PC. So I am not a tech savvy person either. So there's so much that they are so different.
Yep.
We're using the same editing. We're using Movavi to edit, and it's still just a little bit different on each one. It is time consuming, Rebecca, but
It's worth it.
I love it. If I did not love it, I would not be able to do this.
No.
Not to this extent. Again, could probably get 1 video out a week and it would be fine, but I have just gotten this routine. Is there any contact you can make with YouTube on subs being dropped? Mary, I don't think so. I think a lot of people are dealing with this, a lot of channels. What they said, they sent out a little thing that said that they are dropping suspicious subscribers as far as they think they're fake subscribers. And that's their answer for it. So that's basically what I got. So one of the big reasons we were able, that got us to get back into getting started after being sick and still being tired. Rebecca, no, because all of the editing is done offline. It's not done on the internet. The only thing that internet is for is uploading it to YouTube. And so we go to the library for that, and I upload 5 or 6 videos at a time in less than an hour.
Yeah.
So that part's the quick part. It's the editing. Because if you think about it, you have to go through all of your footage that you've had for the day. And usually that's about 4 hours worth of footage. So then you have to go through all of that. You have to cut out the things that you don't want in. You have to speed up the things that you want sped up. And then you have to go make sure that all makes sense. And then you add your music and any extra little things that you want to add.
Vicky.
And then
14 tries later, she finally got it.
and then then you do your final through, and then you export it to save it as a full video, and then you upload it. So
Oh, Tiffany just sent us a couple new people, and then she saw the sub count go down, and it made her so mad.
yeah, Mary, suspicious subscribers.
She may or may not confirm or deny that she may be suspicious.
When I first started watching you all, I thought you were on happy pills, always laughing. Now we see it's just you.
It is.
It really is.
It really is.
One of the best compliments I've ever gotten was from my son, and I think he was about 8 or 9 years old, and he's like, "Mom, you just laugh all the time."
She does.
Thank you,
know
Jennifer.
What? It rubs off on people though, because and I don't know if there's a lot of, I've had a lot of changes in my life, but like even like being stuck on a hill in a truck and like sliding down the hill, and we just made light of it and had so much fun.
Yeah.
Whereas I think in the past I might have been mad or upset or what have you.
I think a lot. Okay, so I'm not going to say I'm like this all the time, because I definitely
98% of the time
with the depression, with the PTSD, I can sink way down into a not fun space, and then I have to drag myself out of that. And there really is a process to doing that.
But it's rare. I mean, really,
it's rare now.
Coming from, living with you, it's not that often.
It's rare now. It was a lot worse years ago, before I had started working on doing that and getting back to myself. Before I had PTSD, this is literally how I was all the time, all through high school, all through school, all those things.
Yes, thanks for the thumbs up.
Thank you so much for the thumbs up. So,
Mary just loves the laughter. It's boosted her spirits.
It really makes a difference. I mean, I think my reaction to getting worried or upset about something is usually because I feel like I'm going to be judged. Like, I know when we've been sliding down the hill, you're like, sorry girls. And we're like, what are you sorry for? Like, the ice is not your fault. Your hair looks so nice up. I live in Toronto. Hang in there.
Susan, hang in there and gathering my mind to make the buying land together. Love you guys. Stay safe.
Oh, I'm excited for you.
Yes.
Buying land is really exciting. Laughter is good for the soul.
Girls and Army boy.
Yes.
Brother, we're family.
Brenda, that's exactly it. We have each other to boost in one another's spirits. And that's a real thing. There are times whenever I've said, you guys, I need you to help me, get on track. Let's go get stuff done.
Vicky, Proverbs 17:22. Laughter is good for the soul. Your laughter lifts me up.
Oh,
We
I'm
love
so glad. I'm so glad.
I love that.
Okay, here's my question, because I'm not actually sure how this deals with it. So she knows me better than anybody.
I speak Kearney's.
She does.
how do I do with coping with being
Motivated?
yes.
We light a fire under your backside.
Well,
We
you
say, "Let's
follow
go."
along. So if we're doing something, you're right there doing it with us. If we're not, you sit down and you don't do anything. So you go with the flow is what I've found.
Yeah.
It's only been these last few days that you've kind of really sucked yourself down. I guess maybe it's been a couple of weeks, but I also think some of that's the COVID. But otherwise, I think you really do just go with the flow. So if we're all exhausted, but we all get up and say, all right, let's go. For instance, today's video that went out today, it was, we got to go do something. Let's go do something.
Even an hour.
We need a 20-minute video and that's it. That's exactly what it was. So we went in there and we started cleaning and you were like, okay, here I am. And I said, you guys, I'm going to fast forward most of this because we were just too tired for banter, too tired for really having a lot of conversation or whatever. So I think that's...
Mary loves your smile. She says you have a beautiful smile.
She does.
So, and I've been like that since you first met me when I was like 13.
Mm-hmm.
So, okay. Because thinking about it, it's like, I don't actually know how I stay motivated. Because thinking about it, I'm always, wherever she goes, I will go.
Well, now also, though, but your chainmail, you are like, okay, we're stopping, and you get your chainmail and you do your chainmail.
Yeah, so you're motivated on your own for that.
Right. Because we don't ever say, Kira, go do your chainmail. You just pick it up and do it because you love doing it.
Yeah.
Tiffany says we judge you and call you crazy, but we love that you're crazy. And Heather McLean says you got to find laughter in every situation. It's really hard. I hate being depressed, and when my PTSD kicks in, it gets really hard. So I love to funny.
So who said that?
Heather McLean.
Heather, exactly. That I feel you on that, girl, because that's exactly how mine is. When I get triggered, it's like I suck down into an internal cave, and then you have to figure out how to come out of that cave. So I think that's kind of the only way that I know how to explain it. And a lot of times it's just, I've had those times where I just can't even get out of bed because the depression kicks in, and it's usually the gray weather does it to me a lot. The sad syndrome does it to me a lot. Or being out in public a huge amount. It'll be really interesting to see how the Okie Homestead Convention is, because there's going to be a lot of people there, and how I react to that, because I've been working a lot on a lot of things. But a lot of times when I'm at home, I just do the one thing that I cannot shut down. I mean, I can lay around and not eat at all. I cannot answer the phone. I cannot get on, social media. But the one thing that I absolutely have to do is go to the bathroom. You can't not do that. So usually what I say is, okay, when I get up to go to the bathroom, I'll brush my teeth. When I get up to go to the bathroom, I'll take a shower. When I get up to go to the bath, and I give myself permission to go back to bed. Good morning, Olivia. And then I slowly work myself out. And I think I mentioned that in today's video. Some days you just put your shoes on and show up at the gym, and then you'll work out. Yeah. Because you're already there.
Rebecca liked our video this morning.
Oh, thank you.
Hi, Chris.
Good morning, Chris.
He says, how are the pussycats?
Bobby's still judgmental.
He's talking about us.
Yeah.
Charlene says, you're the best helper, Kira. She sure is.
She is a good helper, yeah.
Okay, so I want to make a comment to when she was doing her talk about that. I liked it when she broke her foot because she had no choice but to lay down, because I was enjoying taking care of her.
Yeah.
I was like,
until you had to cook, and then you were like, wah, I don't want to do that part.
I'm not good at cooking. I can bake, but I can't cook.
Hey, you made good cheesy rice last night.
I felt like
I beg to
bland.
differ.
Thank you. See?
It was bland, but
Did not
other
like it
things
at
could have
all.
been added. I liked it, but I like bland food, so that's...
But it's super funny. She was laying in bed. She goes, I'm so sorry. I was like, never. She is like, I'm afraid if I break something even worse in the future. I was like,
She was super excited about getting to take care of me, which was, I'm like, that's weird.
Good.
I like it when people rely on me. Like,
so there's, I think for us, the motivation to keep going, because we have decided that we're all in. We're going to do this as much as we possibly can until you guys get tired of us. So
Yes.
starting Kim's channel, starting the other channel, the Farm to Table channel, doing this podcast.
You guys have asked for it. You wanted to see every
Yeah.
aspect of our lives, and so we're giving it to you.
Yeah. But there's times whenever you're like, oh, okay, we got to go do that podcast. And then, but I have to say, as soon as we get started, I'm just like, I'm so glad that we're here. Like, I'm so glad that we're doing this. I'm so excited about hanging out with you guys and chatting. And I have to say, I don't like watching a lot of lives, but I love doing the live and getting the instant reaction from you guys that I could just verbally respond to.
Yeah.
Versus in the comments is hard because I can't do talk to text on those, and I don't.
This applies to you, I would say. Mary says her funny is to disguise her depression, but now her funny is to overcome her depression, and her funny is free and for real.
Exactly.
And that is, Heather used to use hers for to deflect.
Yeah, humor for deflection. Yeah.
my humor goes over their heads.
Yeah, we don't get hers. To be fair, she doesn't get a lot of ours. So that's true.
I think it's funny because I think it's like, you're super funny. I'm sometimes funny, and
Kira's just questionable.
she's funny on a occasion.
Just explain it to us.
Yeah, I'm funny when I'm trying not to be funny. It's like,
Yes.
That's true.
That's very true.
So true.
That's so true.
so last night, she goes, I had some orange juice, and I was like, do you want some? She goes, no, I like the real oranges. Kimmy likes the orange juice. And I was, I just like citrus.
And
meaning
then
I like both of them because I like the citrus.
and then I was like, well, orange juice is citrus. And she's like,
I know.
yeah, I know. And I'm like, but I didn't know if you knew that or not. And so then we have this whole conversation. She's like, I'm just trying to be funny. And I was like, oh, I didn't get it.
She was telling some dad jokes while we were working
Yes.
too, and I'm like, Kira, this is all being fast forwarded, and I was just like, oh, dad jokes.
I love dad jokes, apparently.
She does.
Her ex said a dad
She
joke, and I was
does.
like,
She thinks they're hysterical. So
my dad didn't live with me, so I
okay,
never
you're
got
yelling, honey.
Yeah.
You're yelling.
Sorry,
You're
my
getting
ears.
loud.
my ears are like, so my dad never lived with me. I didn't meet him until I was like 9.
Yeah.
So I didn't get to have any dad jokes as a kid. So I get dad jokes now,
Okay,
and
so
they're
dad
hysterical.
jokes.
She's so animated.
She's so animated. People call dad jokes just those kind of lame jokes are called dad jokes. Doesn't mean they come from dad. Vicky, you love dad jokes too?
Oh, mine must be frozen.
Uh-oh.
I'm getting no questions.
No, it's not frozen because you're
No, up here.
down there.
Oh,
Okay.
there's Vicky's.
maybe it's just a little bit behind.
Super
So I think doing this YouTube channel has definitely helped with the motivation, because I have to admit, I don't know how much work I would have gotten done throughout the winter and the cold. I don't know if I'd have been like, all right, I'm going to go out there and work. It's super cold, except for I'm filming and I'm doing YouTube. So it was like, I have to go out there and work to get the content to make the video. Marty from Martin Johnson Off Grid, we were chatting one day and he said, he's not building a house, he's building a business. And so he doesn't look at it as I'm going out there to build a house. He's like, I need content for my YouTube channel and I'm building a house, and that's just the bonus. And I love that thought process.
And building
of it.
relationships
Yes,
with you guys.
exactly.
That's the bonus.
That's the bonus. So
That's awesome.
Looking at it as that, when we have zero motivation to do anything, it's like, what can we go out there and do that will take a minimum of 20 minutes? Usually we try to get a 30-40 minute video that I can turn into a 20-minute video. But it also gets us that one more step ahead. Like, now we're all organized and straightened up, and yeah, as soon as that was done, it was like, this is great. We can walk. We're not tripping over things. We're not that kind of stuff. What's Kira?
I have to apply.
Don't yell.
I have to apply that somebody who says this should only take 20 minutes and it only takes an hour. Because her judging on stuff is not great.
I think things aren't going to take any time at all. On that note, filming what you're doing makes that thing take 3 times longer.
It does, because I have to sometimes say, hold on, we got to redo that.
Right. Or you need to change positions, or the lighting's not good, or we don't want to just, some people have said, just set the camera and film it. It's no big deal. It actually is. We want to put out good content.
Aww. So
What?
Tiffany says, we hope to help keep giving you the motivation you need to keep going forever. I love being part of your journey. Aww.
Thank you, Tiffany. That's really sweet.
Hi, Daniel Jenkins.
Good morning, Daniel.
Sometimes it's best to clean up first.
It is.
And Mary. Hi, Mary. That's so funny.
So that's been a huge part of the motivation. These don't take anything at all because there's no editing. There's no once this is done, it's done. It goes live and it's not a big deal. So this is really easy to do.
We just sit and drink
Same
our
with
coffee.
the Q&As. The Q&As
And
are
chit-chat with
super
you
simple.
guys.
Those are real simple. Those are a lot of fun.
I feel like we're less interacting during the Q&As though, because we're like all on our phones.
We are.
So the nice thing about this is I feel like we are having a conversation with our friends.
With our
and
friends,
us,
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm going to change the topic real fast. Tattoos.
We're not there yet.
We're not too tattoos
Can
yet.
you wait just a few minutes?
Yeah.
I want to hear all her tattoo stories.
We're not
We're not there yet, Kira.
Okay. I like her stories. I'll just it's fun.
So what else are we going to add? Because now she's thrown me off my train of thought there.
Motivation. Motivation. I mean, it's just basically, it really is, I found that we feel like we're letting you guys down. Like when we were sick, we were just like, we don't want to lose people. We don't want to have you guys disappointed in us. And so like we want to be there for you as well. You guys are there for us. You fill us up and we want to fill you up as well.
Yeah, exactly. That is it exactly. I love when you guys send us stories and stuff in the email. I love it. And you tell us your stories.
Absolutely.
I love it.
That's
pictures,
like the best. The pictures, everything.
Yeah.
It's so nice to be able to be like, okay, I can picture this person in my mind and not their little picture that's on their YouTube channel. So
yes, exactly.
It's super neat.
So we are at the 30-minute mark, so I guess we could talk about tattoos.
Kira is so excited
She's
about
so
that.
excited about it.
Tattoos are so fun. It's like you're allowed to draw on your skin without getting in trouble. You can't.
Charlene says the live videos motivates her.
May I ask you a favor? If you are going to have so many channels, can you put EP numbers on them? It went away.
Helps me know if I've watched them or not.
Oh, episode numbers.
Hi, Laura.
So we are definitely going to do podcast number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I was talking to Kim about that this morning, how I wanted to do that.
Thank you, Sue. She says, we can never be disappointed in y'all.
That's sweet. It's, I'm trying to figure out how to do that because I get lost really quickly. So I'm always worried about saying, oh, this is episode 1 or episode 2. I did just do what's that called where I put them all together? A playlist. I did a playlist, set that up yesterday for the shipping container. And the other thing I thought about doing is maybe putting the date that they were made. So I kind of thought about doing something to that effect. What are you doing, Kara?
No, I'm just letting you talk.
Okay.
I'm trying not to look all disgruntled.
Honey, you're yelling. I don't know if your ears are plugged or not, but you're yelling.
It's all that energy drink she drinks.
Yeah.
Okay, you guys know those don't do nothing for me.
They obviously do something because you're yelling.
My ears are plugged.
So I have been trying to figure out how do I want to number or let people know what they're in for that, what Oh, help me out here. Words are hard.
We can't really put
episodes.
episode numbers on. It's just, I think it would just make it too difficult because,
Well, I would have to go back
yeah.
and start numbering things and that kind of stuff. So
Vicky says we worry too much about good content. We are there. They are there to see us build. And
well,
Mary
those
said,
of you that love us now, are invested in us, definitely. But we are also trying to build the channel, so we have to. When I'm learning and researching how to build the channel even more, that's what they're talking about. You're supposed to make every video as if it's someone's first video watching you, and that they want to then subscribe.
See, Mary's invested in us. She said, "Hey, Kimmy, you do not let us down because we really care and love you all."
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. The date it was filmed, Charlene. I think
Vicky says date it was filmed would be helpful.
I think that's what I'm definitely going to try to do from here going on.
Oh, Carl just made a good suggestion.
What?
Once he's seen the video, he does a thumbs up. And that way, when you're on your channel and you see that it's not been thumbsed up, you know that you haven't seen it yet. I do the same thing.
I do too. I didn't even think about that either.
Good idea.
Yeah, I actually, right as the first, when I click on it to watch and the commercial's going, I do the thumbs up and then I turn it to the side because I watch everything on my phone. And that gives me the bigger picture.
Sue says there's that red line under it once you've seen it too.
Oh, that's true.
So that's another thing to look for.
What did somebody said something about the Okie homesteading?
Mary says Okie Homestead Expo is selling tickets online again as of today. We tried and they didn't have any. Just in case you want to buy tickets.
They have some.
They said probably we'll have the ability to go a different line.
Yeah, so what they're doing is there's a different parking area even for people that have the tickets. And that there is, you don't have to wait in specific lines. You won't have to be in the longer line or whatever like that. So I already bought the tickets, FYI.
Okay.
So we're good. We've got our tickets. So yeah, I'm so excited about that. And I'm really excited to get to see any of you guys. We're working on figuring out some shirts to wear. Just for the last day, Carl. Yeah, they are completely booked on those other 3 days, and we're only going to be able to get in on the last day also.
Yeah.
What's up, Kira?
Hi,
You had your
Daniel.
hand up.
Hi, Daniel.
Am I staying home?
That's a conversation off of here.
Well, because the reason I ask
Good point, Sue.
Is because I had it on my tongue, and
Most likely you're going to hang out with Jen. There's the whole thing going on there that has nothing to do with on here.
Yeah, we'll talk about it later.
Oh,
So
okay, it's that
no,
one.
Kira's probably not going to be at the Okie Homestead because she's got something that's being planned for her here that she's now making me tell her because she's asking a question while we're on a live video that's made more for a private video
Live
conversation.
videos. Wait, speaking of live videos, did y'all hear the end of yesterday's video? So apparently I thought that we were done and it was closed out. So those of you that heard it, I am very sorry. But I'm not sorry because such is life.
It's a real thing. It happens. So funny. The best part of it was the last when everybody was like, "Oh, Kimmy's got to pee."
We got all sorts of texts from friends
It
too.
was
Like,
funny.
"Oh my gosh, you're still live."
Brenda,
No, Tiffany,
maybe.
I did not be myself.
Oh, Heather, I wish you could go to the Okie Homestead.
Chris says, Heather, don't be so hard on yourself, taking good care of the livestock, building doors, windows, snow removal. Others would have quit by now.
It's true.
Oh, you guys are blowing up the phone. This
Yeah.
is amazing.
The red line is good to show.
Yes, I'm about to pee my pants, Mary.
Charlene, you worried about that. You wondered
Hi,
about
Terry.
that.
Terry says, I want some type of dating. I often go back and watch older stuff. It irritates me when weeks old content is presented as being only days old.
Tiffany, I don't understand what that is. What you
I
mean?
want to text Heather and tell her to tickle ta. Tickle ta?
I don't know what that is.
Yeah, Charlene's like, I wondered about that yesterday. That
So,
was not planned.
Normally, whenever I hit the X, like I reach in and I hit the X to stop it, it stops it, but then you have to hit done before. So normally I'm like, okay, you guys don't move, don't say
So
anything.
she stopped it, and I'm like, thank God I gotta be.
Oh, it's so funny. Coffee chat number 1, farm to table number 1, etc. would be such a help. Okay, Mary, I know what I'm gonna do with the podcasts is I'm probably gonna put the dates things were filmed. One, because that helps me when I can go back and maybe do a comparison of last year February to this year February. It makes it a lot easier for me. Okay, wait, you laugh at
Tiffany, tickle Kimmy when she was trying to run out to pee. Terry says, your channel doesn't, but some channels present videos as if they were only days old when they're 4+ weeks old.
Mm-hmm. And that frustrates me.
Frustrates a lot of people, I think.
Yeah, because when I watch something, I'm like, wait, when is that? Check out Jason and Brooke podcast. All right, we'll go check them out and see what they're about and what they're doing. So I do know that is something that I have been talking about doing and working on doing, and that I'm going to bring into, because it just makes it all easier. And I may actually, when I have all this extra time, go back and do it with the other ones also.
All of her extra time.
Yeah.
Cog Hill.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think that's why I'm going to do the dates, because it would be really hard to say, okay, this is episode number 1 when it's not. It's episode number, I don't know, 200 and something.
Yeah.
Bree and what's Bree's husband's name? Oh, dang it. They do episode numbers and I really like it. So that was what kind of gave me the idea to do that also. So
Okay.
tattoos. We got about 15 more minutes
Yep.
left. Who has 2 tattoos and what do you have? Who wants to start?
Kara,
I
she's
got-
super excited.
A little fox cat looking one on my arm just recently for my birthday when I turned 26. And I have a gecko with a Hawaiian hibiscus I got when I was 24.
Okay. Kimmy?
I rebelled when I was in basic training. They said I was property of the U.S. government and therefore I could not get a tattoo. So I said, watch me. And on my first pass, I went and I got me a little tropical fish that's on my hip.
Bye, Nancy.
And bye, Nancy. And I have a little rose on my left ankle. Little. Yeah, we knew. Cog Hill Farms.
You got a what on your left ankle?
A rose.
Oh, that's right.
A little rose.
Okay.
Little.
So my first one is a Harley Davidson tattoo in a place that you guys don't need to know. And and I got that in Hawaii when Victor was like under a year old. So that's when I got that one. And then the next one that I have is actually a full back tattoo.
Oh, it's beautiful.
And it's a
They're
cherry
really
tree.
cool.
So it's got little red cherry blossoms all over it. And then I have an owl, big giant owl that I'm working on. And I got that about 7 years ago.
So I have a word of advice once you're done.
Okay.
Just remind me.
So the tree was about learning to bend with the wind and be like a tree. You know how they say be like a tree. And the owl was for wisdom. So when I hit a certain space in my sobriety is when I got my owl. And now I just need to get it colored in. I just got the outline. So those are the 2 that I have. And the tree goes basically from it's my full back.
So my word of advice. So word of advice. If you get a tattoo and you're super young, do not get it on an area that may grow with time with having babies or what have you, because my little tropical fish on my right hip has become a blowfish. So I now have a blowfish on my right hip. Just saying. Just throwing it out there.
Just being real.
Word of advice. Pro tip.
Left lower leg, 4 butterflies, a dragonfly. I love dragonflies, and a green plant life to represent my 5 kids.
I like the matching tattoos idea
do.
too on the wrist.
Yeah,
That's really cool.
that's a really good idea.
Yeah.
I think that I want to get the ghost butterflies for my sister's passed away, my husband's passed away, my mother's passed away. So the 3 of those as the white tattoos. That's just the outline. 13 tattoos. Most of them are wolves. Nancy, that's really cool.
That's awesome.
I love wolves. Tiffany, you have 9 tattoos.
I haven't got any of that. Oh, there
I
it is.
think it's so funny because remember when I was a kid, if someone had a tattoo, they were a thug. Or in a biker gang.
I think it's more rare for someone that doesn't have
Right,
a tattoo.
now.
How many of you don't have tattoos?
don't have tattoos. Yeah.
When I was a kid, tattoos just looked really pretty to me. I didn't care what they meant. And like,
Yeah, but
I like
there
it.
was definitely that judgment of, oh, you're scary, you're covered in tattoos, and now it's just so not a thing. It's just art.
I
just
love
art on your body.
I love the whole
Oh.
arm, the sleeve.
My
Oh.
son has an entire arm sleeve, and it's just gorgeous. It
17 in
has-
boot camp. Yes, Carl.
Yes, Carl.
Same with me.
At Fort Lost in the Woods. Lost in the Woods.
Fort Leonard Wood.
I
Yeah,
gotcha.
That's funny. Yeah, I got my first one in boot camp in Alabama, and my second one was in Hawaii. You know.
So I have to say, boot camp, I did not get any passes because I was the fat kid. Now,
Fat is a loose term.
I was a size 7
Yes.
at 5'8"
Yes.
and very, very strong. I've always had really heavy muscle content. And basically
Brenda
they
doesn't
were like,
have-
you have to lose 5 pounds and then you make weight. So I was in the fat kids group the whole time.
That was even after they
through.
taped you and
Yes.
stuff? That is ridiculous.
Yeah. I mean, it's because I'm curvy up top.
Yeah. And
And I always have been.
and your hips
so
too. You got
But
that
no,
hourglass.
I mean, I have the hourglass figure, but I didn't have much hips in the military. I
gotcha.
just had the
I know.
heavier.
Sue,
up
I
top.
know. Isn't that crazy?
Yeah.
So she didn't get passes.
Yeah. So I didn't get passes. I probably would have
How much weight did you lose at basic training?
none.
I lost 50 pounds.
lost
and
none.
I was not heavy when I went
No.
into basic.
I
I
lost-
lost 50 pounds.
I lost none. And they had me on the eating program and they had me on all of those things and I lost none.
Chris.
But I was literally a size 7. What did Chris say? I missed it.
I have a butterfly, you know where, and every time a girl walks by, it turns into an eagle.
Chris.
Oh my word. Tiffany is like, oh my word. Oh gosh. Okay.
Carl, what was your MOS? I know we kind of went off topic about tattoos,
Oh my
but
goodness.
I just love it. Like one of the first videos that I watched of Jess and Roots and Refuge was when her mother-in-law died, and she was talking about and sharing, you know, she just couldn't believe that here she was, this tattoo covered
12
girl
Bravo.
talking about, I don't know what that is, Carl,
12.
and that we loved her anyway.
Is that
and
infantry?
I think it might be
I
infantry.
think that's infantry.
I thought 11 Bravo was infantry.
You don't have tattoos. Ruby doesn't have tattoos.
Ruby has no
Good-
tattoos.
And neither does Brenda.
Neither does Brenda.
Heather McLean says, I have tattoos of all 4 of my kids. This was my first tattoo, DHS with blue flames.
Don't read the other part.
Heavy equipment.
'Cause That's
That's
online.
what Carl does. It's heavy equipment.
Engineer.
Engineer,
Okay,
okay.
gotcha.
Sue, you have no tattoos.
Yeah, Marianne, never get a boyfriend. That's another pro tip. Never
No
get a
names.
boyfriend, husband's name, no names.
Children's names
Unless
are
it's
fine.
Somebody that's passed or a child, yes. A combat engineer, gotcha.
I wimped out a long time ago.
That's okay. It's not whipping out, Brenda.
It's
like
not.
it's, you know,
My mom had no tattoos. My sister did not have tattoos. But again, that was back there. My sister passed away when I was in Hawaii, 6 months? I think 6 months. Maybe not even that long.
Brenda, how can you whip out with that? You had children.
Exactly.
My goodness. If you can have a child, honey, you can do anything.
So funny.
So funny. Anyhow, wow. Got quiet.
Kira's adding to her tattoo. She's super excited.
I have to reschedule the appointment to get this one finished because I want to get this one finished and then the other one on this shoulder started and finished the same day so I don't have to go back. So,
which is probably not going to happen. She's probably going to have to do multiples.
I'd get a cover up if I could on my ankle one, just because it's been so long that the colors have kind of bled.
I have to say I want to get my Harley one removed.
My blowfish, I don't care. It can just stay there.
It could just stay there. No, the Harley
No
tattoo.
one sees it. It
Harley
doesn't
tattoo
matter.
I want to get removed.
It wasn't
Tattoos
your thing.
are risky, Mary. Being a diabetic, that makes sense.
That's true.
Yeah.
the tattoo I'm hoping to get as soon as I can find somebody that controls. So I'm hoping the Rebecca I'm pen pals with might be able to help me. Is I want to get a tattoo of both my grandmas
India.
put together because my mom and my sister both have one and they're so beautiful. So my grandma Rosie represented a rose and my grandma Vera loved butterflies. So my sister had it to where the butterflies' wings were roses and the petals would fall off. And then my mom, the butterflies was the same thing, but it was just a simple one on her ankle. So, but I wanted to do something too because I loved my grandma Vera. I don't remember much about my grandma Rosie, but I was just told that me and her got along pretty good. So, but I really want to do something like that because I loved my grandma Vera.
Well, that's a total different as far as like having something like that. That's not a boyfriend or
We have
husband.
a new person.
We do have a new
Giants
person
from India.
Oh,
Hi.
hi.
India in the house. This
Yeah.
is awesome.
That's exciting. Welcome. We're excited for you hanging out with us.
Yeah. So cool.
Let us know if you have any questions.
So now Chris is saying no tattoos.
Chris has no
So
tattoos.
he just was being
teasing
funny.
it. Oh, he was doing
And I
it.
said
a
it online.
joke. He was doing a joke. Hibiscus are so pretty, Vicky.
That's what I want to redo my rose on my ankle. I want a hibiscus, a big one.
Yeah, that would be really pretty.
Remind me of Hawaii. And our
Yeah.
days there.
Hawaii
That's where
was-
we met.
That is where we went.
Yeah.
Where we met was in
We were
Hawaii.
best friends in Hawaii.
Yeah.
My first tattoo is the Hawaiian hibiscus with the gecko because I'm from Hawaii.
You were born there.
Yeah, I was born there. And the gecko was my nickname back in Hawaii when I was born.
Savage
So
Squad!
I just got it like that.
Savage Squad Exploring. Hey,
Hey!
that's a cool name.
Yeah, it is.
It's a super cool name. But here on this channel, we have you give us your real name.
What's
so
your
if
real
you
name?
would give us your real name, that would be great.
It's too hard to tell. Is it a guy? Is it a girl?
Well, yes, and it's
Baby.
too hard to say the whole thing. Now, if you actually have who on here with us today has their own YouTube channel?
Yeah.
That's another question that
Yeah.
I'm interested in because I definitely will go over and subscribe and I watch people that support me. I will support them.
Exactly.
That's exactly how I do it. So we live in Indiana.
Oh, nice.
A
Gun-
gun.
Ghost
Oh,
hunt. They ghost hunt abandoned and scary places.
that's
Oh my
so
God.
cool.
Yeah, it is.
Scary places to make sick videos. Do any of you know those kinds of places? So in Washington, where I lived in Washington, there in Mount Vernon, they have a
Chris.
haunted medical facility that it was the very first place that studied and did the front lobotomies in the brain. So that whole place is haunted. And I forgot what that place is called. Settle down, Kira. Don't get overly excited.
Like, if you guys are a YouTube channel, I probably have watched you because I love watching them. My favorite part is when people get away and it's like, oh, I'm all ready. And then they all get scared. It's like, okay, don't laugh.
You're getting. What is that place called? I can't look it up on my phone either. Washington State. It's Washington State something. That's so
talking-
helpful. Where
We
Fritz
can-
worked. Where did Fritz work?
We can always put a
Um,
thing on your channel too when we
Job Corps.
remember.
No. What was the? He worked at Job Corps, but it was at such and
Chris
such place.
lived in Anacortes too.
Chris, you lived in Anacortes. That's really cool.
Crazy.
Thank you. Is it pronounced Jayant? Is that how you pronounce
Giant.
it? Very cool. Fort Dodge,
Oh,
Iowa has
that
a
is
lot of
so
haunted places.
cool.
My house, my sister's house. Sue, we had when we moved to Texas from Arizona, we bought a house that the grandmother had passed away in the house and she haunted the house. But she was hysterical. She would do things like turn you'd get into the pantry and the cat food would be turned upside down. And so you'd go to feed the cat and pull it out and it would all fall on the floor. And then my bedroom, she hated the door being left open. And so if I left the door open, she would slam it. And there was no like, I mean, we did the thing like, okay, is the house, did it settle in one space? It was making, but it wasn't just it was a slamming of the door. And I'd be like, sorry, Grandma, did not mean to leave the door open. But she was very sweet. She was very nice, other than being a prankster. And she would also come and open all the cupboard cabinets at night.
I also have a grandma story after she passed, but my grandma story, it was just one incident, and I think it was just so that she could let me know.
Yeah.
But before she had passed, she had bought me a music box and was going to give it to me for Christmas, and they couldn't find it. My mom helped her, and she got real frustrated with Grandma, like, I can't find this thing. And Grandma passed away, and then my mom found it after the fact and gave it to me. And it was one of those, you open it up and it plays music.
Right.
Courtney was a baby. She was sleeping. Nobody else was in the house. Courtney's upstairs.
I think
My
it
daughter-
was Terry.
Hold on.
My daughter's upstairs. She's sleeping. I'm downstairs in the kitchen, and the music box is downstairs. And all of a sudden, it starts playing, and I'm like, "There is no one else here."
Wow.
And it has to, you have to open it. And I go to the music box, and it is opened just a tiny bit.
Wow.
And I was like, oh, "Grandma, you're here!" It's so crazy. Wow, we missed a whole bunch.
We missed a whole lot.
Let's see.
Cascade Job Corps. Cedar Woolley.
It's not Job Corps. It was Washington State Mental Facility place. They had people went and lived there, and then they started doing if you go look it up, it's the front. That was the place that they did the frontal lobotomies, and they've actually had the ghost hunter people come in there and check and do their thing, and like it's very, very haunted.
Our conversations are always so funny.
They
We
are.
go from motivation to tattoos. Now we're talking about ghosts.
Ghosts. We're very excited about that.
Like, so she went and she's like, "Who's that in the window?" And Uncle Fritzy's
yeah.
like, "That's haunted." And
So
I was like,
they had nurses there. They had the area where the nurses stayed, and that was a place that definitely there were some ghosts. And I used to drive up there and bring everybody like lunch or food. I would make something and bring it up there to feed all the people that were doing security. And I was like, I didn't think anybody went in that building. And he was like, there's nobody in that building. And I was like, oh no, there was someone up there. Those kids must be up there. And he's like, no, that building's haunted, and there's the nurses haunt that space. And so I literally saw a woman standing in the window, and so then I would just drive by and be like, hey sister, like when I go by, I'm like,
Diane, that's so cool. You're a retired doctor. Awesome.
Oh, that's very cool.
What did you specialize in? I used to work, in urology, 20 years in urology, and then some time in pain management.
Now she's just our nurse up here.
Yes.
When we fall.
well, she wasn't here when I fell, so.
No, I was on vacation.
I'm
That's
gonna go
awesome.
look it up. Yes, go look it up, because it's Western Washington. It's not university. I cannot believe I cannot remember the name. North State. Yes, Washington State Northwestern Mental Hospital. Thank you, Terry. That's exactly
That is
what it is.
it.
That is the place that it is. Medical Lake Hospital is supposed to be haunted. Interesting. So yeah, that's I think that's cool. I'm gonna go check out your channel and see your cool haunted videos.
Yeah.
Short term is Northwestern. Yeah, that's exactly, Terry.
Interesting. I don't know. I don't know if I want to go see any of those things because, I just recently got baptized, and
Mhm.
I feel like a calling that direction. I'm walking more towards God, and that, I want to walk away from that stuff.
I'm not going to search it out, but I definitely believe that people get stuck here, and I just want to be like, be here for good, don't be here for bad.
Yes,
Yeah.
exactly. Exactly.
Health officer. Is that what he said? I missed part of it. He said he was a health officer.
Public health. I was a health officer of my city in Mumbai. That's awesome. That is so cool.
Rebecca, I don't like evil, creepy things. I don't mind ghosts as far as like grandma that was in our house
Yeah.
or whatever, you
Yeah.
know, but I don't like evil, creepy
I'm
things.
with you.
I don't watch scary movies. I don't, any of that kind of stuff. No, 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 no.
I've been watching horror and scary movies since I was 2, so nothing like that really scares me. So it's like, okay. So if I had to go to a place that is like might be haunted, it's just like, bring it. I'm baptized. I'm ready for this.
Yes, you know God's got your back.
Willard in New York. It was a mental hospital back in the day. Went through a tour. Can't believe how they were treated. I can't either. I agree with you. Those mental hospitals back in the day were
What are the cities?
crazy.
What are the cities that have like cities underneath them? Some of those
The
places
lost
might be
cities type of
Lost-
places.
Some of
Yeah,
those
but
places
I
might be
don't-
good to go to.
I think LA has one of them underneath.
I thought Seattle did.
I'm sure Seattle does. I think Chicago probably does because there was a lot of gangsters there in Chicago.
How many other farmers do we have out there? How
Yeah.
many of you have farms or have land
Yeah.
or are building or off grid? I know we're getting low on time, but
Yeah.
just out of curiosity.
The movie Snake Pit was based on Northwestern. Yeah. I think I remember hearing that.
Savage is pre-warning you that there might be a few jump scares in there.
Okay. I won't watch them at night.
Yes, Tiffany, thank
you so
you.
much. Pendleton, Oregon has underground tours.
Oh, it was Pendleton.
Yeah.
I knew there was a place not too far from here, but anyways.
Well, today we're actually having a laundry day. So we're going into town. We're going to do laundry. I have a couple of videos to upload. I'm working on a time lapse of the shipping container build. So I'm hoping to get that done all the way up to this point, the time lapse. And I'm hoping that'll be Friday's video. If not, it'll probably be Monday's video. And then we're also doing the premiere video with Darla and Randy. So I'm kind of hoping that
Jim, UK.
Hi, Jim. I'm hoping that they've got their video edited. We're working on uploading. They too are on iPhones and a Mac, so there's only so much that I can help them do. Don't forget to stop at the post office from Brenda. Okay.
Charlene wanted to know.
Bye, Rebecca. You stay safe.
Charlene wanted to know: does 3 flower pots with wheat grass growing for my cats count as a farm crop?
Sure.
Of course it does.
Sure.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
I love it.
All right, so we're gonna hold on the questions about who else owns farms
Yeah.
and land and stuff because we're past an
We're
hour.
pretty much there. So
Yeah, but I do want to know that stuff. So
Yeah.
maybe we'll do that at the one of the upcoming ones.
yes. All right. Well,
All right, guys.
thank you so much for hanging out with us. We appreciate it. We have a lot of fun. If you're new to our channel and this is your first one, make sure you subscribe. Go on over to Cause We Can Farm to Table and subscribe over there. And Kimmy's will be coming up pretty quickly. You can't subscribe to her channel until she gets her first video
I
up.
will let you know.
So as soon as that happens, we will let you guys know so that you can go up there and subscribe. But we love you guys. Thank you so much for
Yes.
hanging out with us. This is a highlight of the morning for
So
us.
happy to see you all.
So talk to you guys later.
Bye.
Bye.